still a very rough draft because I literally just wrote it today and I just felt it was right to do this today. There is potentially upsetting content regarding sexual abuse. So yeah. Okay. Reading off my phone because technology. Okay. You will burn in hell. I've heard these words more times than I can count. I've been told these words from a very young age, and as a little child, their heavy promise have smothered me during my darkest times. This is a fear that in my weakest moments not only prevails, but it can still paralyze me. My hell has changed though. I no longer fear of hell that my crazy religious grandmother would warn me about, the traditional church hell. I fear that my past is going to inevitably catch up with me and that everything that I've come to terms with will tear me down. I was a troubled kid and I wasn't always on my best behavior. And I still feel guilty over all the grief that I would cause my parents. No one knew, but between being sexually abused by my own uncle and being made to believe that I was a sinner who was inherently bad, I was kind of messed up. I used to think I was a monster and that I was born evil and I would never be able to detach myself from that darkness, that I was manipulative and cunning even as a toddler, and that I would hurt everyone who grew to love me. Today I realized I was just a little child that had to deal with the whole world of confusion and pain by herself because all the adults in my life failed me miserably. I was all alone and I had to be my own adult, my own therapist, and my own savior. I remember the shame on my mother's face when she found out that I'd been acting out sexually with a boy around my block. I was overly sexualized from the abuse. I mean, how do you deal with the fact that you are being taken advantage of in the most unfathomable ways? How do you deal with the fact that your body starts to react, to feel pleasure for something so evil and so wrong? And my mother dragged me to this boy's house and forced me to apologize to his parents and to him, and I never felt so dirty and so ashamed and utterly fucking rotten inside. I manipulated this boy and I made him bad too. And yeah, maybe they didn't see that I was fucking traumatized because parents sometimes choose to remain blind rather than see that their child is being hurt. But then I was 10 and I finally told them. And they were on the other side of the continent and all I could hear through the phone was silence. And it's been like that ever since. And it's as if I never told anyone. I thought when I was 10 that I could finally get someone to help me and to take me to therapy and stop me from thinking all the things that I was thinking, but they didn't. And as much as I hate to admit it, they fucking failed me again. So yeah, I'm still afraid of hell. I'm still afraid of the silence and all the thoughts coming back to me. And I'm afraid the next time I won't be able to save myself and no one else will help because the ones that should have ran away from it. So fuck your afterlife, purgatory, hell, inferno, whatever fuck you want to call it. That shit means nothing when every day you're trying to stifle the screams, pushing your chest down and threatening to break through your ribcage. And sometimes I have to literally grab my sides to keep myself from falling apart. And I feel like I'm choking and I have no breath inside. My face is all hot because I haven't stopped crying for the last few hours, and my eyes are burning because every time I close them, thousands of blurry but clear and painful images just run through over and over and over until I'm exhausted and I can't even stand on my 2 feet because they won't stop shaking. Hell used to be every day. Now, hell is every couple of times a year. And maybe one day, hell will be gone. But the fear of hell coming back will never be gone, and it's what hurts the most. It's a vicious cycle.